Hello and welcome to Crypto Exposed. Okay guys, here we are again. I don't know how many times I'm going to keep addressing this kind of stuff because I feel like we keep going around in circles when it comes to this kind of conversation. But again, I still kind of find myself, when I'm doing some of these videos, price still being a factor, certain questions being asked, and I'm trying my best to address this stuff as much as I can, but I do get a lot of comments at this point. My channel is a lot bigger than it once was, even though it is still a relatively small channel. But it is a lot harder to keep up with just day-to-day life and running the channel as well. So I can't always get through to everybody, and so I'm doing this video to try and address some of the things that I'm seeing and to try and go over all this stuff and just let you know my thoughts, okay? So one of the things that I've been seeing from when I dropped the video about Hedera doing the allocation of 4.86 billion H-bars being released into the market, there's a few comments that I've seen and there's a few things that I want to address, okay? So let's get into this first and foremost. Let's just get into the price, because I know the price is one of the first factors that everybody's discussing, okay? I've already discussed this at length in regards to the price, yeah, but I'm just going to show you this as well, just as another factor for you guys to consider. Okay, so right now, the real talk is that, Solana's been pumping, everybody feels like they've made a mistake, invested in H-bar, etc., right, because it's not really pumping like other coins. The thing that I've been saying all along with regards to Solana is, look, we chose H-bar for a reason, right? We looked at the tech, we thought H-bar was good, we decided to invest in it. There's no point kind of looking afterwards and seeing what other coins have been successful and kicking yourself for not knowing that that was the coin that was going to rally at any particular point in time, because we obviously didn't know that. Now look, let's just be completely honest here. If we all were fortune tellers and we could all see the future, we would have all invested in Solana first because Solana would have made us money first. That's an obvious statement. So when people are saying this about Solana, I'm kind of saying, look, why are you beating yourself up for not being able to tell the future? If we all could have known that Solana was going to be the first thing that was going to make money since this whole bear market starting to subside, we all would have chosen Solana. We know that, right? Now, I'm not saying that I wouldn't have invested in H-bar at all, because I do think overall long term, H-bar is still a great investment, but I would have obviously gone into Solana first because of opportunity cost. I would have gone into Solana, made my money out of Solana, and then put a chunk of that money that I've made as profit into H-bar for long-term investment, right? But obviously, I did not know that. I did not know Solana was going to pump first. So my thing here is when people are talking about, Solana, why am I going to sit here just being miserable? Like, what good is that going to do me just complaining that Solana's taken off and Hedera hasn't yet? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, for me, it's like H-bar will have its time. And so for me, it's like this. Am I going to sell my H-bar now and buy into Solana after it's already pumped significantly, when I don't know if this is the local top now and I could literally be buying the top and then it just dumps afterwards? No, I'm not willing to do that. H-bar hasn't had its moment yet. And this is the other thing. As much as we might say, okay, Solana's had a great run, who knows what H-bar could do when H-bar has its own run, right? H-bar might be significantly better. So while it may take longer for H-bar to get running, when it does get running, who knows? Maybe it might have a better run. Maybe it won't. I don't know. I can't say for sure. But my thing is, I'm not going to sit here and just keep complaining because Solana's running. Because at the end of the day, what is that going to do for me? Is that going to be anything that's going to be productive for me? No. So this is why I don't get annoyed when I see this kind of stuff. And for me, I'm happy for people making money. That's what we're all here for when it's all said and done. So for me, I'm glad that people are getting a chance to make money. That's fine. My thing for me, when I put it very simply, is, do I think I'm going to make money with H-bar? Yes or no? My answer is yes. So if I have to wait, then I have to wait. Yes, it's not great. I understand that. I understand how it can feel when you're seeing other coins pumping. But at the end of the day, as long as I feel like I'm going to make money, well, then I just have to have patience because I don't have a choice in the situation, right? Like, if I had my own choice, yeah, I would say, let H-bar run tomorrow and make me a millionaire. Of course, I would say that kind of stuff, right? I'm sure we all would say that kind of thing. I'm sure we would all like to date Beyonce as well. That ain't going to happen, right? It's not in our control. So the thing for this, for me, is like, we just have to wait. We just have to wait and see how this all goes. So I'm just here saying to you guys, look, don't get so frustrated with price when it's not something that we have a control over. There's nothing we can do. We've just got to wait our turn. And just another thing when we talk about price, I just want to show you something here just to give you a comparison, because everybody's comparing it to Solana right now. But we've got here H-bar on the 7-day, 3.68% down, right, on the 7-day chart. I've got Cardano here as well. So I'm just going to quickly show you Cardano. Get you their chart up so you can see their 7-day chart as well. And there you go, you've got Cardano on the 7-day chart, 4.78% down. So this is the point that I'm trying to make to you guys. Like, we keep on talking about how H-bar is not performing. It's not just H-bar. There's other cryptos out there that are performing very similarly. And the point that I was trying to make to you guys about this is that they're all just currently following the market. Like, Solana is having its turn. Solana is having its outlier moment where it's doing its rally. Right? So, great, Solana's having its moment. We now need to wait and see what H-bar does when it has its own moment. And that's what I'm waiting for. Now look, if H-bar has its moment and it's disappointing, then cool, we come back and say, hey, that was disappointing. You know, we say that, we accept that, that's fine. But in my opinion, from what I've told you guys and a video that I showed you even from Mance, because Mance was saying the exact same thing as me, H-bar and Hedera have done everything that they can during this whole bear market to put themselves in a great position for the bull market. And even Mance said that. And so I'm very much on the same page. From everything that I've seen from Hedera during this whole market, this whole bear market, they've done so much building, so much developing, they've continued working. And we've seen exchanges collapse, we've seen cryptos collapse, but Hedera have continued to strive, they've continued to make partnerships, they've continued to develop, and they've continued to expand the network. So I'm not going to be here being annoyed at Hedera when they've done everything that I can expect of them as a company to try and build their business up to bring value to H-bar. That doesn't make sense for me to be mad at them about that. So when people are looking at this stuff, I think they're just getting blinded by price and then just throwing everything out and blaming Hedera like it's their fault. It's not. It's not like they've been performing poorly. It's not like they've had anything bad that's come out, anything bad in terms of the network or anything like that. Everything that you've seen about Hedera has been positive and been showing them growing as a network. So I can't be mad at Hedera for their performance. They've done everything they can, and that's what I think when it comes to the bull run. They should have their moment. H-bar should have its moment, and it should have its price potential in a rally. And in my opinion, I would think it's going to be good. I can't guarantee that, but I would think it's going to be good because of everything that they have done building up to that moment. So time will tell. But in my opinion, I'm not worrying about this kind of stuff. I'm not going to get annoyed about price. I'm not going to get annoyed about these factors when these are factors that I have no control over. And this is what investing is. You've got to understand that you're making the best decision that you can, and then you're having to just stick to your conviction on that decision. Now, guys, if you want to go and sell H-bar and go into Solana, go ahead. That's fine. Because this was one of the comments I had as well. They were saying like, you know, if I was a whale, this is the way I would be talking, because I was basically saying about the allocation. I said, like, I don't think it's as bad as what people think it is. Now, I did say it will dilute the market. I did accept that. But I did say overall, they are trying to expand the network. They're reinvesting back into themselves, right? But this is the thing. One guy was saying that basically I'm a whale who's just trying to like pump my H-bar bags to dump on people. And it's like, first and foremost, I'm not a whale. I can tell you that now. I'm not a H-bar whale. If you want to believe that or not, that's completely up to you. But I am far from a whale. Secondly, look, I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. If you guys want to sell your H-bar, go ahead. I am not your dad. I am not your financial advisor. I am telling you my thought process when I'm doing these videos. I'm telling you why I am comfortable with Hedera and H-bar. But it's up to you guys. I'm not here to tell you to stay holding. That's up to you. I can give you my personal opinion on what I'm thinking. And my personal opinion is I'm holding. Now, if you guys want to do that too, based on the information that I'm showing you, yeah, great. But if you want to sell, sell. I'm not here trying to dump on you guys. I'm in just the same position as you guys. I'm a holder like you guys. So all this stuff affects me just as much as it affects you. I'm no whale. So I'm not in no position to manipulate the market. I'm in no position to just dump on you guys. It's going to impact me just as much. But I'm just someone who does my research. And this is why, as an investor, as an experienced investor, this is why I can tell you I don't have concerns with some of these things. Now, I can never guarantee anything to be a matter of fact. I'm giving you my opinion, but it's based on research. It's not just based on emotion. I'm not just getting emotionally affected by the price and then ranting. I'm giving you the logic to some of the decisions that's happening. I'm giving you the logic why it's not making sense to be affected so much by price. And that's what I see a lot in the comment section. People are really affected by price. And that's where I'm saying it's a narrow-minded way to just be focusing on that. So let me just make this clear one last time. If you guys want to sell your HBAR, sell it. That's completely your choice. I'm not going to tell you what to do one way or the other. That's completely up to you. But I'm not here trying to dump on you guys. I'm just here trying to give you as much valuable information as I can. And then I'm giving you my personal opinion and my thought process. So my personal thought process is this allocation happening. I'm not selling. It's not affecting me to that degree. It's really not. I'm not that concerned overall. I think overall it will be fine. I think when we talk about institutional value coming through now because of the Bitcoin spot ETF, I think that will be great. And I think with everything that HBAR have done overall, long term, I think I'm going to make money. So I will wait to see that happen now. I'm not going to give up my position to chase a green candle and then potentially get burnt by buying a green candle. And then it potentially just drops from there. I'm just not willing to do that. If you guys want to do that and take that risk, who knows? It could benefit you. You might buy Solana and then it continues pumping even more. I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm just not willing to take that risk personally. If you want to do that, good luck to you guys. I'm not saying that to be in any way snarky or anything. Genuinely, I hope it works out for you. But I'm just not willing to take that risk as an investor because I know that is not wise investing. So I'm not willing to take that chance personally. Okay, so now, just moving on. We've then got another question in regards to HBAR doing the allocation and then being profitable. They was basically saying that, well, if Adira are making money, why are they, releasing HBAR into circulation? Why are they having to use HBAR to fund expenses and stuff like that? Look, this is the thing, guys. When it comes to a business, you want it to be self-sustainable. Like, first and foremost, like, who do we expect to pay for all this kind of stuff? Like, the investments that they're doing into the company. Do you expect it to come out of Manti's pocket? Do you expect it to come out of Lehman's pocket? Like, why are they going to be spending money out of their own pocket? Because at this point, when you've built the network up to this stature that it is currently at, you want to see if it can be self-sustainable. Because ultimately, the company should be self-sustainable, right? Like, beginning usually with a business, you'll either fund it yourself or you'll get investors, yeah? You'll get investors to basically give you funding, like seed funding. You then build up the network, you build up your business, whatever it is. And then at that point, when you've got it to a level where it's a success, you let the business run itself. So yes, there are going to be operational costs. There's going to be costs for reinvesting back into the network. We already know, like, let's just give you a quick example here. If you own a McDonald's, just for example, you have gross profit and you have net profit. Your gross profit is not your net profit. They're two different things because you have your gross profit, which is just the money that you've made. Your net profit is when you take away operational expenses, marketing expenses, general overhead like employees, that kind of thing, all that kind of stuff. All these things have an effect on what you end up leaving with, right? And the hope is that when you finish up, you are in profit. When you come out with the net amount, it is in profit. So them doing this allocation, yes, they do need to spend money for operational expenses to make the network self-sufficient, to make it self-sustainable, because they're trying to make the network pay for itself. Because if it was to keep coming out of, let's just say, seed funding money, like people like venture capitalists or investors, angel investors, that kind of thing, or even Lehman Bird's pocket or Matt Harmon's pocket, eventually they're going to get to a point where like, this is too much, like we're losing money. And eventually they will stop doing that and the network will cease to exist because it's not profitable, right? So it's not really surprising that they're trying to do this through the network because the network is making money. So they're using that money to reinvest and to also cover their operational costs. This makes perfect sense to me. And this is another thing, guys, when it comes to businesses, what you've got to understand is for a lot of businesses for many years, they're not profitable. They're not because they have to build up their name. They have to build up their client base, right? They have to get their customers, their audience, whatever. This is what this is, guys. You have to build things up. So it's not necessarily going to be profitable straight away. It can take a little while to get to a point where they're completely net profitable. Now, I don't know the situation directly. From what I saw from Mance, he said that the company is earning revenue, so I would assume that they are profitable. But I don't know how much they're profitable by. I don't know what they're earning in the end. I'm not sure. I don't know that specifics. But from what Mance was saying, they are profitable. But yes, there are going to be costs incurred in running a network. There is going to be costs in terms of reinvesting into the network. And these are things that you would want to happen if you want HBAR to expand and if you want it to grow. It costs money to make money. So it's one of those things where, to me, again, I'm not looking at this as a concern personally. I'm really not. So when it's all said and done, guys, I'm going to kind of cut it there. But overall, when I take these kind of factors into consideration, I'm just not concerned overall. That's me. Could I be wrong? Yeah, maybe I could be. But when I look at all the videos that I've done, and you can see all the partnerships that have been made and all the things that Hedera are doing and the governing council, etc., etc., I don't see a cause for concern. And as I said, when I put it to myself, when I look at HBAR as an investment, my simple question is this: am I going to make money with Hedera? I believe the answer is yes. I'm not putting a time frame on that. I'm not saying, am I going to make money with Hedera in the next month or in the next week? I'm just saying, am I going to make money with Hedera? And I believe the answer is yes. So I wait to see when that will come to fruition. That's just the way I'm treating it, guys. So if you don't see me really just getting annoyed with this kind of stuff, it's because for me, it's not productive to get annoyed. It's not going to do me any favors looking at other cryptos and getting annoyed. It's not going to serve me any good. So I'm just focusing on what I do hold and what can happen in terms of me expecting price from the cryptocurrencies that I do hold. So that's it for me, guys. Oh, just one other thing as well. I just want to make this quick explanation clear as well. Because I think when people think because I do HBAR content, I don't just do HBAR content, I do XRP content as well. I don't just hold XRP and HBAR. I hold about 15 to 20 different cryptos. So you've got to understand this. When I'm talking about HBAR, I think people think I'm saying it like HBAR is the best cryptocurrency ever in existence. I'm not saying that. When I'm doing these videos, what I'm simply saying to you guys is that I think HBAR is a good investment. That's it. I'm not saying it's the best. I'm not comparing it to other cryptos. I do think technology-wise, in my personal opinion, it's got some of the best technology I've seen in the crypto space. I do think that. But I'm not saying it's the absolute best crypto out there at all. I'm not saying that. The videos that I'm trying to show you is just everything that Hedera are doing and as to why I think Hedera is a good investment. That's the point that I'm trying to make to you guys. So just understand this, when you guys see me doing these videos and stuff, I'm not trying to make it like HBAR is like the savior of all crypto or anything like that. And I've said to you guys numerous times, there won't just be one crypto that's successful long term. There will be a few cryptos. A lot of cryptos will get eradicated because they don't serve any kind of purpose, but it won't just be HBAR standing alone at the end of this crypto market when, utility kicks in and regulations are done. There will be a few cryptos in existence that are successful. So just understand this. I'm not trying to say to you guys, HBAR is the one and only. No, there's other good cryptos out there as well. And this is why another thing for me, why I don't just worry about HBAR, because I'm not just invested in HBAR. I'm invested in other cryptos as well. And this is why, for me, I'm not just relying on HBAR solely. I have other cryptocurrencies as well. So, this is the thing that you've got to understand, guys, when I'm doing these videos. I'm in a very different position to you guys. And this is the other thing, you don't know when some people have got in and when some people have got out. Some people could still be massively in profit from HBAR because they got in very early compared to other people, right? So when you see some people in the comment section who are very positive, they're probably still looking at their investment right now and they're still up, so they're very happy, whereas some people might have brought the top and it's dramatically dropped since, and they're now waiting to get their money back, so they're very angry because they want to make their profit, right? So there's so many different avenues and factors that come into the way people are with this kind of thing, because, one thing I will just say about this to understand when you look at my comment section, you can't win. You really can't, because if I say something positive about HBAR, they're going to say, oh, I'm a whale and I just want to dump on you guys. But if I say something where I say, oh yeah, that's a bit negative, they'll say, oh, you're just trying to FUD HBAR. You're not a true HBAR holder. You just can't win. There's no way you can say anything that's going to please everyone, because everybody's in different situations and everybody's got different opinions. So, I'm just at a thing where I've just come to accept, it is what it is, but I'm just clarifying my stance so you guys know where I stand. So I'll leave it there. I think I've addressed as much as I can at this point. I don't know whether I'll address this stuff again, but I hope this has definitely clarified the stance that I have when it comes to HBAR at this point. But what do you guys think? With everything that I've now said, does this make you feel more comfortable with HBAR? Do you understand my position more now with HBAR as a holder? And with everything that I've said overall, does this make you feel like this is going to be good for HBAR's price? Or do you not agree with this? Is there anything that you've heard that I've said that you completely disagree with or you have any concerns about? Or do you just think everything I've said overall will have no impact on HBAR's price long term? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I'd be interested to hear. Thank you very much for watching this. If you did like it, please remember to drop a comment, like, and subscribe. But until next time, take care.